What's going on, HEXO traders and investors? It's Rod with Powell Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth for a HEXO and Zenabis update video. It is Friday. Happy Friday, May 14th. We have some great news on our hands. If you tuned into my video from yesterday, you would have noticed that I said I could feel it in my bones that something was brewing, something was coming, news was coming very, very soon with HEXO about potential expansion into the United States or a new CPG partner. But with the base shelf that they just released and the $150 million at the market offering program, it was obvious that they were looking for money quickly. And I expected to see that news drop very soon. And they kept saying that the US was their main focus in their expansion plans, and they're just their main focus in general right now. So not surprising to see this news out, but HEXO Corp announces its first US production facility in Colorado. So let me know in the comments below if you're excited. And before we jump in, make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel. So we'll go over this real quickly here. So today, HEXO announced the purchase and sale agreements in relation to the first U.S. production facility through a wholly owned U.S. subsidiary. The 50,000 square foot facility located in northern Colorado will provide U.S. CPGs, consumer packaged good companies, and consumers access to the powered by HEXO technology. Signing the purchase and sale agreements is an important milestone as we continue to expand into the U.S. market. The Colorado facility will be instrumental to successfully executing our U.S. strategy, which includes the supply of high quality powered by HEXO technology to our current potential multinational CPG partnerships in the United States, said HEXO CEO and co-founder Sebastian St. Louis. The facility will provide HEXO with the necessary infrastructure to begin production and enable the company to continue expanding our joint venture with Molson Coors to create the CBD-infused beverages with trust, while also creating the necessary capacity to support future non-beverage CPG partnerships with whom they are in ongoing negotiations and advanced negotiations with. So we could see some information there as well. I mean, why are they building a facility if, they're not expecting any partnerships, right? So obviously there's some potential partnerships coming down the pipeline, and we'll discuss that and what I could see for that in the future. The Colorado production facility, HEXO's first in the U.S., is zoned for production of a full range of cannabinoids and offers multiple operational capabilities. The site will support powered by HEXO initiatives across the country in compliance with all applicable laws and regulations. Powered by HEXO is the trusted solution for leading CPG companies to safely enter the cannabinoid market, combining HEXO's expertise in MJ with CPG Partners' expertise in their industries to co-develop best-in-class cannabinoid-infused products. The closing of the transaction is subject to due diligence period as well as usual customary closing conditions, which is anticipated in the fourth quarter, which should be just shortly after the Zenabis acquisition closure. So we should see Zenabis and HEXO 100% official. We have May 18th, I believe, that the BC Supreme Court needs to approve it. But essentially, if all goes well, which is pretty much, we know that the shareholders approved it, it's pretty much a guarantee at this point, in my opinion. And again, this isn't financial advice. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. But in my opinion, I think it's a shoe-in and it's a done deal. And like I said, we could see that happen in June or July is what they're anticipating. And then shortly after that, we could see that facility closure for the new first U.S. production facility in Colorado. Also, speaking of Zenabis, we have some news that dropped this morning as well. So lots of stuff going on here with HEXO and Zenabis. So, and this just makes you wonder if HEXO knew that this was all part of their plan. This is just all coming together perfectly. So Zenabis Maltese joint venture partnership ZenFarm receives license for production and distribution of MJ. So ZenFarm has received its license for production of MJ for medicinal and research purposes, issued by Malta Medicines Authority, and that's under the laws of Malta, Chapter 578. The receipt of the medicinal MJ license follows an earlier European Union Good Manufacturing Practices (EU GMP) certification issued by Malta Medicines Authority in January 2021. The medicinal MJ license allows ZenFarm to commence commercial shipments to the European Union, where Germany is ZenFarm's most prominent target market. And we also heard Trent McDonald in the recent, if you check out the Canaccord Genuity video that I posted, in his section, he mentions that the Malta facility would allow them to export to Germany. And who do we know that's exploring products in Germany? PepsiCo has revealed a hemp beverage, Rockstar Energy Plus Hemp, which debuts in Germany this week. And that was from April 8th. So just starting to connect some dots here. Again, we know that the new potential CPG partner is non-beverage, but that doesn't mean that PepsiCo isn't going to do a trial run, a test run, and then in 3-4 months, maybe they decide to partner with HEXO. Maybe that's not in the cards right now. Maybe that's not part of the plan right now, but maybe it could be in the future if they have a good response to that. I'm sure they absolutely would. So Zenpharm has executed supply agreement with German-based customer to supply a minimum volume of 500 kg per year. To that end, Zenpharm will be accepting shipments up to 300 kgs for Zenabis Atholville through the end of the calendar year. Zenpharm will also be launching finished MJ products under its own brand for distribution within the Maltese medicinal MJ market, with similar entry to the Polish market expected in Q1 2022. Polish, that hasn't even been in the discussions. This is huge, absolutely massive. If HEXO gets into the United States, into Colorado, where it's now fully legal for the rec market, oh man, and then and then New York opens, they start to expand into other states, and Illinois, which is just absolutely crushing sales at the moment, and Colorado, I think it was $500 million in legal sales in the first 3 months. And then we see potential expansion into Germany and other CPG partners. And, we go into Poland, we go into, there's so much potential here that we haven't even scratched the surface. And HEXO's revenue has been increasing 97% year over year, mostly organic. Oh man, I'm excited. Let me know in the comments if you're excited by this. So this license is a milestone that marks the beginning of a new chapter for Zenabis and Zenpharm in securing access to the European market. It builds on the dedicated hard work of our Zenabis employees, of our partners at Zenpharm in achieving EU GMP certification, a journey that has the company embarked upon solely in anticipation of this moment. I would like to congratulate Zenpharm management and employees for achieving this incredible milestone, said Shai Altman, the CEO of Zenabis. So we'll just move on here. So it's certified their position, Zenabis' strategy for global outreach, achievement of medicinal MJ license is instrumental to joint ventures by way of effective implementation. We are incredibly proud of the team's relentless efforts and dedication. The attainment of this license continues to showcase Malta's regulatory gold standard in assuring the highest quality medicinal MJ products. So this is what we want to see. This is all the stars aligning. And this was just always in the back of my head. I know we're not expecting a beverage CPG partner again. It's supposed to be non-beverage CPG, but just keep in mind that don't go sleeping on this. This could potentially come back, in play. Maybe PepsiCo needs to do a trial run and then 2-3 months worth of, studies and just, looking into data and that type of thing. And then they have to go through, their board of directors and then all of their shareholders. And, it's going to have some huge implications. So this is, in my opinion, very, very preliminary. And speaking of other potential CPG partners, well, they continue to mention edibles and functional foods and cosmetics. And I can't remember who mentioned it to me now, but you know who you are. Shout out to you. I think it was on a YouTube comment that Nestle has a stake in L'Oreal. So what is the nature of Nestle's relationship with L'Oreal? So this is my speculation. Nestle has a ton of different products, right? And then they also have this relationship with L'Oreal. So if they were to just sign Nestle as a potential CPG partner, that would give them access to the European markets. That would give them access to the Americas. And that would also double dip into the L'Oreal and cosmetic and botanical industry. This is, in my opinion, the most likely. We know that Mars, Wrigley, another one, could be a potential partner, as well as we do know that, forget the gentleman's name now, but on the management team of HEXO used to work for Mars. And there's a lot of speculation going on right now. Let me know in the comments below, though, who you think the new CPG partner is going to be. What category are they going to be in? My money is going to be on Nestle. If I was a betting man, I would bet on Nestle. It just lines up perfectly with everything that's going on. So moving on to the HEXO chart, I just want to bring up the after hours and pre-market here. So we did hit a high of 639 on this news after hitting a low of 582 in the after hour session. So we were up about 10%. We're sitting at 616 USD at the moment. And at this point, we are still not bouncing on the daily. It's still a daily inside bar. So if we can break the high of yesterday at 628, That means that the daily bounce will be underway, and we have a lack of resistance up until 753. And now we lost the daily uptrend, but we could potentially change that trend again. If we break 753, that would confirm a daily uptrend. We want to see it negate this bear cross here of those EMAs, the EMA 12 and 26. And then what we want to look for is a weekly trend change with the low, high, higher low, and higher high. So if we break 753 from here, that's going to be a weekly uptrend confirmed, and our monthly consolidation would be over at that point. And we would have held the EMA 12 on this pullback on this monthly chart. And then if we can close the month above EMA 26, that's going to be the first time since the all-time highs. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments below. Can you feel it? I can feel it. Seems like an explosive move's coming very, very soon, and we could be seeing all-time highs at some point in 2021. I am extremely, extremely confident in that. Again, this isn't financial advice, but I can just feel it in my bones. There's something brewing, and I can feel it. Similar thing happened with Tesla. I knew Tesla, everybody and their dog hated Tesla, and every analyst, and they weren't making any money. And then the next thing you know, all you start to see is all this positive news about Tesla, and every single media coverage company, news article about Tesla. Everywhere you turn, it's Tesla, Tesla, Tesla this, Tesla that. And I can see the same thing here basically lining up with HEXO. Just, every news article is going to be basically saying it's the Amazon or the Tesla of MJ, and just wait for it. We're already seeing crazy amount of bullish articles after seeing nothing but, oh, they don't make any money for the whole summer. But now that all of the, the institutions and all of the market makers have established their positions, now they're starting to release the truth. And the truth is starting to come to light here in a very big way, as we can see that their plan is starting to come to fruition. So to close the week over 651, if we can close over 651 here by the end of the day, that would be a point in favor of the bulls. The MACD is the stochastic is crossing bullish, but the MACD has yet to do so. And we are struggling at the 100 weekly moving average. So that's going to be a strong resistance to get over at 705. But something I wanted to highlight here, we still have yet to test the 200-day moving average down at 477. So that could be a support level if we lose $5, which is our most important support at the moment. We also have the weekly VWAP sitting at 577. So a close above 577 would be extremely bullish as well. And I do want to just bring up the Zenabis chart here real quick. So Zenabis working on a daily trend change. We had resistance at 15.5 cents. We hit 15. Just like I warned that we could potentially see a higher low, we were due for it. We ran essentially 70% without a higher low and without a daily trend change. So here we are looking for that daily higher low. HEXO's looking for its weekly higher low. And if we zoom out to the weekly on Zenabis, we're also starting weekly consolidation here as well. So we have the potential for a daily and weekly trend change on both Zenabis and HEXO simultaneously. So let's see if the bulls can close the week strong. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you a little bit later on after market close. Take care, everybody, and best of luck into the day today.